Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram. श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. So, thank you for inviting me. I don't know how to give class, but I'll try. I'm sure you do very good. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 This is chapter Canto 2. Three? But it mentioned, third canto, sorry. Canto 3, chapter 2 and text 9. Thank you. Sorry. We have on the board also, people can chant. Okay, thank you, thank you. So, say, Ingrihita Jnana Guru Praudha Ekaramascha Sadvataha Sadvatam Rishabham Sarve Bhutavasam Amam Sata Ingrita Ganam Pura Praudha Ingritam Ganam Puru Praudha Ekasmascha Sadvataha Ekaramscha Sadvataha Sadvatam Rishabham Sarve Sadvatam Rishabham Sarve Bhuta Vasamam Sata Bhuta Vasamam Sataha Ingrihita Jnanam Puru Praudha Ekasmascha Sadvataha Sadvatam Rishabham Sarve Bhutava Sabamam Sataha Ingrita Jnanaha Pura Praudha Ekaramascha Sadvataha Sadvatam Rishabham Sarve Bhutava Sabam Sata
Ingitagya paruproraha Ikaramas Sattvataha Sattvatam Rishabham Sarve Tavasam Amamsata
Ingitagyan Puro Prodha
Ingitagya paruproraha
Ekaramascha Satvataha Satvatam Rishabham Sarve
Sattvatam Rishabham
Bhutavasam Amam Sata
Bhutavasam Samsata
Ekaramascha Satvataha
Sattvatam Rishabham Sarve
Bhutavasam Amam Sata
Ingitagya paruproraha Sattvatam Rishabham Sarve Bhutavasam Samsata Ingitagya paruproraha
Ekaramascha Satvataha Satvatam Rishabham Sarve Bhutavasam Amam Sata
Thank you. So, Ingita Janaha,
Ingitagya
expert in physics study.
expert in psychics.
Psychics. Where is my psychics? Puru Prodha,
Paruproraha
highly experienced.
highly experienced.
Eka, one.
One.
Aramaha,
Paramaha
relaxed.
relaxation.
Cha, also. Sadvataha,
Sattvatam
devotees or own men.
devotees or own men.
Sadvatam Vishabham,
Sattvatam Rishabham
head of the family.
head of the family.
Sarve, all. Bhuta Avasam, or preventing, pervading. Amam Sata,
Amamsata
good thing. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Jyotus were all experienced devotees, learned and expert in psychic study. Over and above this, they were always with the Lord in all kinds of relaxation, and still they were only able to know Him as the one Supreme who dwells everywhere. It's not very surprised. Please repeat. The Jodhus were all experienced devotees,
Yadus were all experienced devotees,
learned and expert in psychic study.
learned and expert in psychic study.
Over and above this,
Over and above this,
they were always with the Lord in all kinds of relaxation.
they were always with the Lord in all kinds of relaxations.
Relaxation. And still they were only able to know Him as the one Supreme who dwells everywhere.
And still they were only able to know Him as the one supreme who dwells everywhere.
Purported by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, saying in the Vedas, it is said the Supreme Lord or the Paramatma cannot be understood simply by the strength of one's erudition or power of mental speculation. Nayan atma pravachena labhyo na medhoe na bahuna sutena. Katha Upanishad 1 223. He can be known only by one who has the mercy of the Lord. The Jadavas were all exceptionally learned and experienced, but in spite of their knowing the Lord as the one who lives in everyone's heart, they could not understand that He is the original personality of Godhead. This lack of knowledge was not due to their insufficient erudition, it was due to their misfortune. In Vrindavan, however, the Lord was not even known as the Paramatma because the residents of Vrindavana were pure, unconventional devotees of the Lord and could think of Him only as their object of love. They did not know that He is the personality of Godhead. The Jodhus, or the residents of Dwarka, however, could know Lord Krishna as Vasudeva, or the super soul living everywhere, but not as the Supreme Lord. As scholars of the Vedas, they verified the Vedic hymns Eko Devaha Sarva Bhutavivasaha Antaryami and Vrishninam Para Devata. The Jodhus, therefore, accepted Lord Krishna as the supreme incarnated in their family and not more than that. Isn't that funny? Om Ganatimirandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chakshmarimtam Jaina Tasmai Sri Guruvai Namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki. So what do we understand? Saying the Jodhus were all experienced devotees, learned and expert in psychic study. So Jodhus can read your mind, you know. They have so learned scholar, they can read your mind, they can tell what you are, where you located, what you think. Okay? Over and above this, they were always with the Lord in all kinds of relaxation. And they are always with the Lord, all the activities, all the time, 24 hours a day, and having good time. And still, they were not, they were only able to know Him as the one supreme who dwells everywhere. Only know there is supreme, but they don't understand that He is a God Himself. Why? Question mark, why? So in the Vedas say the Supreme Lord or Paramatma cannot be understood simply by the strength of one's erudition or power of mental speculation. So in the Vedas it said you cannot understand God by mental speculation or by a highly educated person that can understand what God it is. Because as a human being, we have 4 mistakes, right? One of the mistakes is imperfect senses, right? So it doesn't matter how much you could be educated. This is the main thing that scientists or scholarly people can understand this. They think, he's such a highly educated person, you know. And if he's saying there is no God, we should believe it. Like scientists. They said, there is some power, but we don't believe there is any God. Because their calculation with their mind, which is subject to be incomplete. So how could you understand incomplete one who's complete? It's impossible. So we've been defeated in the same subject that thousands of years people try to understand God, who God is, because due to of our imperfect senses. It's impossible. So that's a saying, then erudition or power of mental speculation. How much educated we could be and how much you can, is impossible to understand. So when Krishna was, and then he's saying, Prabhupada saying here, he can be known by the who is mercy. Okay, the Jodhus were experience. Okay, so in spite of. Huh. So even though Krishna was in Dwarka all the time with the whole family, they only could understand, yeah, he's a super soul, but he cannot be God. They even couldn't understand. In Vrindavan also they didn't understand because their object of thinking Krishna, he's our lovable boy or our lovable fellow, our friend. So in that level only, that's it. But no one understands. But who understands God? Now question. Who understands God? Who God is? That is a question. So Vrindavan they didn't understand. Dwarka they didn't understand, according to what we read in the purport. So then who understands God? Who understands Krishna is Bhagavan Swayam? Who understands? Anybody can answer this, Prabhu?
In the purport says, "Whom Krishna has mercy."
Yeah, that's sure. The purpose is he give the mercy. Beside the mercy, who get the mercy?
Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita, he understood.
He understood.
Because Krishna revealed.
And also, it's not only this. There is a story. I was listening to Prabhupada lecture. We all know the story. Even uneducated person, one who never educated himself, just simply is saying, Shuddha Bhakti Saral Trine Omiya Dhara Bohiche Re Shuddha Bhakti Saral Trine Dhara Bohiche বল ছল চাত কি বল কৌশলে ছল চাত কি বল কৌশলে is saying Shuddha Bhakti Saral Preme. Who can understand Krishna? Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service. Saral Preme, one whose heart is like a Ganges water, very clean. Such person can understand Krishna, because Tadami Buddhi Yogam, Krishna give the intelligence to understand, because he's so pure. Chal Chatuki Bal Kaushali, by your mental speculation, by your strength. Chal means deception. It is impossible to understand. So I was listening to Prabhupada lecture saying, there is a cobbler, right? Shoemaker, right? When Narad Muni was passing by, then he gone to everybody, to Brahmana and so Brahmana said, oh, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to see Krishna. Oh, can you ask him how long I'll be waiting here, when I'm going to see him? Can you ask that question to him? So he said, okay, I'll ask that question. Then he came to the cobbler, the shoemaker. He's not an educated man, but he has complete faith of the Lord. His heart was pure. That's the Saral Preme. If you are a very simple person, like totally innocent. That kind of person can understand Krishna. So when he came to him, so he also asked, Narad Muni, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to see Krishna. So really, he was so happy. He was so totally, look this, the reaction of the person. The Pandit was very scholarly man and he was very proud. So, oh, you're going there, can you ask? Well, I've been here a long time. Can you ask him? Very, he was so ignorant, like very power, like he's so, like he's sure that he's going, so he just want to ask. Like he's not asking, he's like you're ordering. Hey, when are you taking me? But here the person, as soon as he was so happy, he was totally jump up from his seat. So Narad Muni, you're so fortunate. You're going to see the Lord. My God, you're so fortunate, He was so, like he was almost crying. Then he asked, can you kindly ask, how long? I mean, I'm here. Is there any time for me that Lord will take me? Can you ask that question? See the differences, the way they're approaching it, way we approach each other. So humble. And then, of course, when Narad Muni came back, and we know the story, he went to the Brahmana and then said that it will take many, many years to come. And Brahmana didn't believe. So, no. How can you say that? Probably he didn't meet the Lord anyway. He didn't even believe it. But when he came to the cobbler, the shoemaker, he was so happy to see Narada. And then when Narad Muni came, I'm making short. So he said, so my humble request, I know that you met the Lord. So did you ask about this fallen soul? He said, yes, from this lifetime you're going. And he was so happy. He jumped. He said, oh, Lord is so great, even though I'm not worthy for it, but he's so great. So Narada said, do you believe that? You believe? So yes, why not? Lord said, I'm going. Why not? Why should? So what is the proof that you believe? I mean, there is a linking story also with the needle, I have the needle. And he asked, what Krishna doing, right? He said that, oh, Krishna passing the eye of the needle, the elephant. Brahmana didn't believe, right? And this cobbler, he asked, first he asked what the Lord was doing. He said the same thing that he answered. So he was so happy. Wow, it's like he can do anything. So, you believe that? So why not? Then he gave the example that where he's doing the work in the beneath the tree, the banyan tree, how big, gigantic tree. Then he gave the example that with little seed, look how big things can happen. So why not Lord can pass the elephant and eye of the needles? For him, anything possible. So it's called faith. Everything faith. Okay? Our Krishna consciousness movement is a faith. And there is a great sage from Bengal. Of course, we don't accept him. Vivekananda said, Vishwase milay vastu tarke bahudur. He said, Vishwase by faith, you can achieve, where by argument you cannot achieve nothing. Okay? So faith, I give you one good story about faith. Listen this story carefully. It will conclude with these verses. How we can understand Lord. So, in the village, one saint came. It's a very interesting story, okay? So one yogi came and he was giving mercy to everybody. Anything you want. He was a powerful yogi. He has all the siddhya, And in India or anywhere, anything free, people goes. So nobody has to pay nothing, right? So the whole village, another village, everybody came. It's like thousands of people. And this yogi sitting there, one by one comes. So what do you want? I said, Yogiji, you know, I made it like 20 years now. I have no children. I have everything, but I have no son, no daughter. Please, can you bless me? He said, oh, really? Tathastu. Immediately his wife got pregnant. Right? And he was so happy. Oh, thank you, Guruji. Thank you, thank you. He left. Somebody else came. What do you want? Yogiji, I've been suffering by chronic disease. No one can cure me, and I'm going to die within 10 days. That is doctor said. Please help me. Oh, really? Tathastu. Immediately he cured. So like this, lots of people coming, everybody getting benediction from this yogi. So then after, when everybody gone, there was one guy in the corner in the room, sitting alone. When everybody gone, then yogi saw this man. He said, this man never came, never asked nothing. Then yogi asked him, so what do you want? Because everybody came forward to get something, right? But this is the only guy, patiently, he's thousands of people gone. He never asked nothing. He said, so what do you want? He said, Yogiji, I don't want anything. So why are you sitting here? He said, you know, I was observing, you're a great man. If you really want to give me something, can you be my guru? He asked, can you be my guru? Yogi said, guru? Because he never take any disciple. He just give, right? So he said, guru, okay, so what do you do? What is your occupation? He said, Guruji, I'm a thief. So what? You're a thief? They say, yes, Guruji. Can you imagine thief asking yogi to be guru? It's so embarrassing, no? And if yogi make the thief or dacoit or ruffian, it could be embarrassing. People will say, what kind of yogi is he? All the bad people he take as a disciple. So yogi said, you're a thief. They say, yes. But how can I make you my disciple? You're a thief. Then the thief said, the Yogiji, so thief said, Yogiji, you know, I don't want anything. If you're a merciful, you give so much charity to everybody. So if you really want to give me some mercy, I just want to be your disciple. So this is a catching point. So Yogi said, listen, I can make you my disciple, but you have to promise me that you cannot lie. Now tell me how it is possible. He's a thief, he has to lie all the time. It's possible? Yogi said, I only can make you disciple that you cannot lie. Thief thinking. The Yogiji, how can we? I mean, I have to lie. I mean, I'm a thief. You know, I go people's house, I go to the shopping mall, lifting, you know. I'm always stealing. That is my occupation. Yogi said, I only can promise that if you don't lie, I'll make you my disciple. Then thief saying, Acha, okay, so if I become your disciple, look how thieves are very smart. He said, if I become your disciple, and if I take some benediction from you, which I'm going to ask you, can you bless me that way? He said, sure, anything you can ask. Then thief said, can you bless me, give me the power that anytime I steal, nobody can catch me. Right? See how smart he is. Because if nobody can catch him, he don't have to lie, right? He don't have to lie. Yogi thinking, wow, this guy very smart, eh? Yogi said, yes, I can give you that benediction that you can steal, but nobody will be able to catch you. Then he said, Yogiji, then I'm ready. I'm ready to be your disciple. Then Yogi being Gangajal, take the bow, no? Just like we take bow. So he's taking bow. He came in front of the Yogi. Okay, I promise I will never lie in my life. So he took the bow and Yogi gave the benediction. Tathastu. From now on, no one can catch you. So he was so happy. He said, all my life I'm stealing little thing, go to the shopping mall, lift up one thing, go somebody's pickpocket. It's not big thing, It's a one day spend, next day again I have to thief. I have to go steal again. So he thought, now I can steal the whole mall and I'll be rich. Nobody can catch me. So he has so much faith, this yogi, total faith. So I'm talking about the faith, why I'm bringing this story here. So he has so much faith. So he went home and he told his wife, don't worry, we are going to be rich in overnight. So how? I got a benediction from my guru. So what? Don't worry, you are my wife. Don't have to ask too many questions. As long as you are happy, big house, servant, that is you need. So now this thief thinking, he's planning where I can go. I'm going to steal from the king because they cannot catch me. So back then, we didn't have electricity, right? We used to have a ghee lamp or those kind of lamp that everybody used to wear. The whole village sleep. But in king palace, they used to have a big lamp in different corner, and they used to have a guard guarding the whole complex. This thief goes there in the night. So wherever he goes, he sees one guard, two guard, and some lights. So he found one area where little dark. So he climbed up the wall. Those days the king used to have big wall, right? High wall, right? So he climbed up the wall in the dark, and then he jumped. So when he jumped, he fell in somebody's back. He fell somebody, because in dark he didn't see that another guy was walking by. So he fell in his back. So when he fell in his back, he hold him. Hey, who are you? The thief, he said, he will never lie, right? He told his Guru Maharaj, promise. He said, I'm a thief. I said, what? You're a thief? I said, yes. So what coming? Well, I came to here to steal. So really? So the other fellow asking. Then thief asking the guy, said, but who are you? What are you doing in the night in the dark? So other fellow saying, I am also thief. So both of us, I said, what? You are also thief? I am also thief? Wow, we have really good time. Really. So thief was very safe, right? He thought, he's thief, I'm thief. So he's not going to tell nobody, right? So he was so happy. So now, other guy saying, so you came in the palace to steal, but do you know the palace, all the door and everything? This thief saying, that, I don't know anything, but I have to experiment which room to go, where the things are. But this thief, like one who hold him, he said, but I know everything about this palace. I know where the king keep all the jewels and all things. I know everything. So, oh, you know everything? So it is easy. Why not we together steal things? The other thief say, okay, but one, you have to promise me. So what? Anything we steal, it has to be 50-50. It's a deal, no? So the thief saying, no problem, you're my good friend. In short time, because you know everything, I just have to go there. You just tell me what to go. And then whatever will come, we take 50-50. All right? So then the fellow told him, go to that room. There is a big box. Back then, they used to have iron type of box, They used to keep everything. So in there, this is the number lock. You open this, you'll find everything there. So wow. So everything was very easy, right? He go to that room, he found that big box, he opened the lock, he found inside there is 3 touchstone. The touchstone that you touch the iron become a gold. So wow. So now there is a 3. So he's thinking, 2 if I take, then I can give him 1 and I can take 1, right? But 3, then you have to break it. I don't know, it will be level or not level. Who cares? Better I leave 1 and take 2, because this is enough. We can, all our life, we can live very nicely. I don't need to take 3. So he took 2 pieces, left 1 piece there, and he came back. And the other thief was waiting outside. They say, hey, I'm here. So what happened? Did you bring? Say, yeah. You know what happened? We bring such a special jewel, You touch the iron, you become a gold. We're rich. So you take 1, I take 1. There was a 3 piece, 3 piece. But we thought, we don't need, we have to break it. It's too much trouble, So I thought, you take 1, I take 1. 50-50. So he give 1 to this thief, and he take 1, and he went back home. And he's so happy sleeping. So what happened? Early morning, all the soldiers from the king, they came to his house and surround him. Thousands of soldiers surround him. So when his wife, generally in women in back then, they used to wake up very early morning, do housework and all kind of stuff. His wife wake up and say, all the soldiers. Why? He's a poor man. Why should be soldier here, right? So one soldier came, he said, knocked the door, he said, hey, this is such and such house? I say, yes. He is there? I say, yes. King calling him. So his wife was worried, why king calling my husband? So she went, because he was all night awake, he was sleeping. So his wife wake him, hey, wake up. So what happened? King calling me? Why? So I don't know. So king calling, so he has to get up. He get up, he followed the soldier, he went to king place. So king had big assembly, all the other, minister, administration, everybody sitting and king sitting. So he was standing there. He asked, so who are you? I said, he not lie, right? He promised his guru, right? He said, sir, I'm a thief. Okay. So last night, did you came to my palace? He cannot lie, right? He promised his guru, right? Yes, sir, I came to your palace. Okay. So did you steal from my palace? He cannot lie, right? He promised his guru. He said, yes, I steal from your palace. Okay. And everybody listening, I said, okay, what do you steal? He said, sir, there was one box in such and such room. In the box, there was a 3 touchstone. I took 2 and 1 I left there. So really? So king asked his minister. He said, can we go and check it out? That he said that he left 1 piece. Can we go and check it out there? So minister came to check it out. So when he opened the box, there is 1 left. So minister thinking, he's a thief. Who can believe him? He's a thief. Who can believe him? Better I take it. So he put in his pocket. Okay? So he came, And he tell the king. King said, so did you found that piece? He said, sir, no, there is no any piece. Then king asking the thief, hey, are you lying? He said, thief said, sir, I may be thief, but I never lie. So when he said that, everybody started laughing. What a guy. Thief never lie. It's true, like thief has to lie, but who could believe thief say, I never lie? So everybody started laughing. Ha ha. Sir, believe this guy. Look at this. What a joke. This thief never lie. Then king keep quiet. King said, okay. Then he take out one piece from his own pocket, and he said, and then he asked before, I said, so two piece, where did two piece? He said, last night I made another thief for my friend. I give one piece to him, another piece I keep myself. I said, okay. So he took out one piece. He said, this is the piece you give it to? He said, yeah. Sir, this is the same piece I give it to my friend. But how you got it? Because in the dark, he didn't know that was the king, right? So this is the piece I give it to my friend. But how you got it? King said, I was a thief last night. Then whole minister, everybody got scared, They said, because, back then, all the king, they used to go and check how the citizen doing. They used to hide themselves, discover themselves, how their minister doing, how all the worker, they're working or not properly, So he was guarding himself. And by the way, that time he jumped on his feet, back. Then king said, you know what? Actually, you are not a thief. You're a saintly man. Real thief in my palace, this minister. Put him in the prison. Put him in the prison. And then, they put him in the prison and said, from now, you become my minister. And he became a minister. Can you imagine? So why I bring this story? Can someone give the substance of this story? Can anybody can say? Anyone share? Why I bring back this story? Huh?
Believe in Guru's word.
Uh-huh. We believe in Guru's word. Okay. Anybody else can share?
That fate is the one?
It all worked out for him in the end. By following, he said it, but following his vow, he actually became purified of his condition of lying. Even though he was a thief, by being truthful, by taking that vow and sticking to that vow, he never got caught.
Yes.
But also he got promoted.
Promoted, yes. Another sense that complete faith without any deviation. We are talking about the faith, no? Like you can understand Krishna by complete faith. Slightly delusional, slightly impossible to understand Krishna. But it's hard to have complete faith, It's very hard. So we can understand by this story, this thief has a complete faith that he will be caught. He has so much faith that he's been purified, as you said, and now he don't have to steal anymore in his life. He become minister of that palace. So Krishna consciousness movement is not only philosophy. Philosophy we understand to talk, other to convince what it is. But within us, ourselves, we have to have complete faith and surrender. Otherwise, impossible, because even gopis, they didn't understand. Even Jodu's dynasty, they didn't understand that Krishna was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. is impossible. That is the final question, comment. Any question, comment in this? Bolo ji.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah. What you said, that to have complete faith and surrender is where what's gonna advance us in our spiritual path. Otherwise, yeah, as you said, we can read these books and we can learn, be a very learned scholar, but we won't reach Krishna unless we have appreciate it.
So it's a challenge, complete faith, right?
It is.
Right.
Not joke.
Because faith is also developed over time, right? As more experiences you have, the faith continues to grow stronger and stronger. Right? So sometimes artificially, a person may say, "Oh, I have full faith. I have full faith." Then, one situation goes wrong, and then you see them, very upset or very, So just to use the words, "I have complete faith," or I'm surrendered fully. This is shown in our actions.
Mm-hmm.
But we should also not be discouraged if we're not able to exhibit, but if we're growing incrementally, because the faith will be developed through the association of sadhus, saintly people. When we see Krishna active in our lives, that will also build our faith. When we feel Krishna's presence, when we're doing service, when we're chanting the holy names, when we feel Krishna's presence there with us, that will also build faith. Yes, he's real, he's true. And gradually, it will build and become stronger and stronger over time.
It takes long time, but it's developed. Main important, what I understand, maybe I'm wrong. Keep association of the devotees is very important. And of course, in our daily life, so many obstacles come even among the devotees, but not to be discouraged. If we have some sort of understanding in the life, because as a human being, we are not God, and we have all these 4 defects, and nothing will be perfect, So there will be many ups and downs, many things will come on the way, but still stick on, like a glue, stick on. In due course of time, you'll have some sort of realization in your heart, yourself, that there is God, there is Krishna, That is, I understand. Yeah.
There's one verse, I think it's Bhagavad Gita 9:3. It talks about faith, and Srila Prabhupada says, faith is the most important part of Krishna consciousness, and the development of Krishna consciousness is the process of, or the process of Krishna consciousness is the development of that faith. So going through the process, we're developing faith by practicing Krishna consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paraphrasing.
You found it?
Yeah.
Yes.
The faithless cannot accomplish this process of devotional service. That is the purport of this verse. Faith is created by the association with devotees.
Yeah, association, that which I mentioned, yeah.
Now the development of that faith is the process of Krishna consciousness. So the development of faith, that is what the process of Krishna consciousness is about.
Yeah. As I say, like, we will have a lot of ups and downs. Stick on. If you don't stick on, it's just like a person, whenever they start business, for example, in the business world, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of disappointment, dissatisfaction, but people stick on, over the year, then one day she's so successful. So in the material world, we can see any successful person in the world, if you check their background, they've gone through like really, really hard time. We only see the success. Look, Srila Prabhupada, take from Prabhupada, what tremendous sacrifice he has to go through for his success. He used to live in Vrindavan, he was like a mendicant, totally beggar. He used to distribute Back Together magazine in Delhi. The cow bump him. All this. So all his success, if you check his background, if someone come to Hare Krishna movement, wow, this Swami, so successful, so many disciples, so many temple. But behind this successful success, what tremendous sacrifice he has been done in the past, we don't look at it. Am I right or wrong? So every success, the result, if you check out the background check, they'll see what happened, what they did in the past. Similarly, devotional service is like that. We have to stick around, that's all. Stick on. There'll be all of so much, bad bike or all kind of stuff, but just stick on. That's it. And then you get the fruits, so sweet.
This goes on to say that, the development of that faith. It talks about the three classes also of devotees. Kanishta, Madhyam, and Uttam. And it's all determined by the level of faith.
Faith, yes. Yes.
Someone's very weak, but it's there, but very weak. And they see the deity and think, okay, Krishna is there, but he's not anywhere else. And, others can see the deity in the deity, but also in all the devotees.
Yes.
Krishna is present.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Forgive me my offenses and mistake.
It was a nice story.
Yeah.
I didn't know where the story was going. I kept thinking, wait, what is going to happen to this thief?
I have many, by Krishna's mercy, I have many stories like this. This is I do when I do house program, I speak out, make people involved. Because sometimes in the philosophy could be, sometimes, some people, just feel like sometimes some people become bored, just philosophy. So when you bring the philosophy, add with this kind of story, it's appealing. People wake, Do you see in the Bhagavatam class, some people fall sleep for so many hours, 1 hour, 2 hours talking, people's falling asleep. But when you bring this kind of story, it just, you want to know what is the next. It's like, what is the next going to happen? So I do like this. I'm not a Bhagavatam, like giving very scholarly class with the verses. And the main important, I believe, the message, cross the message that people cannot take it and understand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Kathiraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Ki jai. Radhe Shyam.